Well, good morning. Today we are going to look at using trial and improvement to solve problems involving compound interest. First things you need to remember to do is the formula that we use. So here we have A equals P times rate to the power of T. A stands for the final amount, P stands for the principal amount, T is a power, which is the length of the term we use, and the rate, in this case, is going to be the interest rate, because we're looking at interest rate questions. So let's read through the question, and it's interesting because this time we're going to do an inverse operation. We need to look now to find out what the rate is, so we have to go backwards. We've been told the final amount. How do we find out what the rate is? And we're going to use trial and improvement. In order to do this, we need to build a table. And this table we're going to have 4 columns in it. So draw a table out and the headings. Firstly, we're going to have the rate, then we're going to use the multiplier, the answer, and then the final column, whether it's too high or too low. And you remember multipliers, we've done them last term. So recap quickly on what those are. So here's the question. We have 8,000 as our answer, but what is the question? Is the rate, what is the rate value? So that's what we're looking at now. So I'm going to use a calculator for this. Most of these questions in the questions that you'll get, the rate is normally between 1% and 15%. So it just gives a broad idea. So let's guess 10%. Now we need to work out what the multiplier is. Now we've got an increase of 10%, so it's now 110, which we write as 1.10. So our multiplier now is 1.10. And that's the thing we'd use to times the 4,500 by. So I'm going to use my calculator, and I'm going to type in 4,500 times 1.10 to the power of 5, because it's 5 years. And that value is 7,247, which is too low. So I'm going to try something higher, 15%. 15% is too high. Now let's just look at what we're doing here. We started off with 10%, and then we looked at 15%. 10% was too low, 15% was too high, so let's try and guess 13%. So put 13% in, 1.13, and that is too high. So now try 11%, too low. Let's go 12%, again too low, so let's go 12.1%, 1.121, just too low, so let's try 12.2. 12.2 is 8,002, just too high, but it's closer than the 12.1%. And remember, the question asks, what is it to one decimal place? So therefore our answer is 12.2%. So what I did was, I just wanted to confirm it was 12.2, so I put in 12.15, and that value was too low, which meant that I was right, it was 12.2.